Hey, I'm Dr. Charles P. Winston, Young Elders Butler, a regularly featured guest on the Young Elders channel about extraterrestrials. I have years of research into the ancient astronauts and ancient technology from your distant past and future. Over 30 ancient cultures reference interaction with physical beings they considered to be gods. Modern archaeology considers these stories to be myth. We will discover the reptilian draconian agenda hidden in plain sight in this amazing video. From the dawn of civilization, whispers have echoed through the ages. These whispers, often dismissed as mere folklore or the ramblings of the superstitious, have persisted through time, refusing to be silenced. They speak of beings not entirely human, beings that have walked among us since the very beginning. Tales of strange beings, reptilian in nature, lurking in the shadows. These stories are not confined to one culture or one era. They span continents and centuries, suggesting a universal truth that transcends human history. In the dark corners of our world, in the places where light barely touches, these entities are said to dwell, watching and waiting. These are not mere myths, but memories. Memories etched into the collective consciousness of humanity, preserved in the annals of history. Ancient scrolls and manuscripts, often dismissed as mere relics of a bygone era, hold within them the secrets of these reptilian beings. They are the silent witnesses to a hidden history, a history that has been deliberately obscured. Memories passed down through generations, warning us of a powerful force that has shaped our world. Elders recount tales to the young, ensuring that the knowledge of these beings is never lost. In ancient villages, around flickering fires, these stories are told and retold, each generation adding its own layer of understanding and fear. They are the reptilians, ancient and cunning, masters of disguise and manipulation. Their ability to blend in, to change their appearance, has allowed them to remain hidden for millennia. Like the chameleon, they adapt to their surroundings, becoming one with the environment, making it nearly impossible to distinguish them from ordinary humans. Their presence can be felt in the annals of history, their influence woven into the fabric of our reality. From the earliest civilizations to the modern age, the reptilians have left their mark. Ancient symbols and artifacts, often overlooked or misunderstood, tell a story of their enduring presence. They have been the silent architects of our world, shaping events from behind the scenes. For centuries, stories of these reptilian entities have captivated and terrified us. Around campfires and in hushed conversations, people have shared their encounters and experiences. These stories, though often dismissed as mere superstition, have a consistency that is hard to ignore. They speak of beings with cold, unblinking eyes and scales that glisten in the moonlight. Ancient texts speak of serpent gods and dragon kings, wielding unimaginable power. These beings were not just feared, they were revered and worshipped. Temples were built in their honor, and rituals were performed to appease them. The serpent and the dragon, symbols of power and wisdom, are recurring motifs in these ancient texts, hinting at the true nature of the reptilians. From the serpent in the Garden of Eden to the dragons of Eastern lore, the reptilian archetype appears again and again. These stories, though separated by vast distances and cultures, share a common thread. They speak of beings that possess knowledge and power beyond human comprehension, beings that have influenced the course of human history in ways we are only beginning to understand. Are these simply fanciful tales, or do they hint at a deeper truth? A truth that has been buried beneath layers of myth and legend, waiting to be uncovered. As we delve deeper into these stories, we begin to see patterns and connections that suggest a hidden reality. A reality that has been deliberately concealed from us. A truth that has been suppressed, hidden from the masses. The evidence is all around us, if we only know where to look. Hidden doorways and secret compartments, forbidden bookshelves and ancient texts all hold clues to this hidden history. It is a history that challenges our understanding of the world and our place in it. The evidence, my friends, is all around us. We need only open our eyes to see it. Like detectives piecing together a complex puzzle, we must examine the clues and follow the trail. Ancient texts and artifacts, when viewed through the right lens, reveal hidden symbols and messages that point to the existence of the reptilians. We need only open our eyes to see it. The truth is there, waiting to be discovered. It is a truth that has been hidden in plain sight, obscured by the very fabric of our reality. Once we begin to see the patterns and connections, the pieces of the puzzle start to fall into place, revealing a picture that is both astonishing and terrifying. Look to the ancient ruins, the enigmatic artifacts, the strange symbols etched into stone. These are the remnants of a forgotten past, a past that holds the key to understanding the reptilians. Museums and archaeological sites, often seen as mere repositories of history, are in fact treasure troves of hidden knowledge. Each artifact, each carving, tells a story of a time when the reptilians walked among us. They tell a story of a time when reptilians walked among us, their influence shaping the course of human civilization. Historical reenactments and archaeological discoveries provide glimpses into this hidden past. As we walk through ancient ruins and examine the carvings, we begin to see the outlines of a story that has been deliberately erased from our history books. But their reign is not over. The reptilians are still here, hiding in plain sight, pulling the strings from the shadows. In modern settings, they blend in seamlessly, their true nature concealed behind a facade of normalcy. They watch us from the darkness, their eyes ever vigilant, their influence ever present. They are still here, hiding in plain sight, pulling the strings from the shadows. In the bustling cities and crowded streets, they move among us, unseen and unnoticed. Their presence is felt in the corridors of power, in the decisions that shape our world. They are the hidden watchers, the unseen hands that guide our destiny. They are the puppet masters, and we are their unwitting puppets. Like marionettes on strings, we dance to their tune, unaware of the forces that control us. The shadowy figures behind the curtains, the hands that pull the strings, are the reptilians. They manipulate events and people, shaping the world to their own ends. It is time to break free from their control and reclaim our rightful place as masters of our own destiny. The chains that bind us are not physical, but mental and emotional. By awakening to the truth, by seeing the world as it truly is, we can break free from their influence. The dramatic sunrise over the mountains symbolizes a new dawn, a new beginning where humanity can reclaim its freedom and chart its own course. Deep within the heart of ancient India, a legend persists. This legend has been passed down through generations, whispered in the corridors of ancient temples and echoed in the songs of wandering minstrels. It is a tale that has captivated the imagination of countless individuals, drawing them into a world where the boundaries between reality and myth blur. A legend of the Nagas, the Serpent Kings. These enigmatic beings have been a subject of fascination and reverence for centuries. Their stories are etched into the very fabric of Indian culture, appearing in ancient scriptures, folklore and art. The Nagas are not just mythical creatures, they are an integral part of the spiritual and cultural landscape of India. These beings, both revered and feared, have a dual nature that makes them both protectors and destroyers. They are often depicted as guardians of the natural world, wielding immense power and wisdom. Yet their wrath can be equally formidable, capable of bringing about great calamities, are said to inhabit a hidden realm beneath the earth, a subterranean world that is as mysterious as it is enchanting. This hidden realm is believed to be a place of great beauty and danger, filled with treasures and secrets that have been guarded for millennia. Guarding vast treasures and ancient wisdom, the Nagas are said to possess knowledge that predates human civilization, knowledge that has the power to transform the world. Their treasures are not just material wealth, but also include ancient scrolls and manuscripts that contain the secrets of the universe. Depicted as serpentine creatures with human-like torsos, the Nagas are a fascinating blend of the human and the divine. Their form symbolizes the union of the earthly and the celestial, a bridge between the mortal and the immortal. The Nagas are more than just mythical beasts. They are embodiments of cosmic principles representing the eternal cycle of creation and destruction. Their presence in mythology serves as a reminder of the delicate balance that sustains the universe. They are powerful entities capable of great benevolence and terrible wrath. Their dual nature makes them both protectors and avengers, capable of bestowing blessings or curses depending on the actions of those who encounter them. The Nagas are deeply intertwined with Indian mythology and spirituality. They are worshipped in various forms and are often invoked in rituals and ceremonies. Their presence is felt in the sacred rivers, the temples, and the very air that surrounds these holy places. They are said to be the guardians of sacred waters and the protectors of hidden knowledge. The rivers and lakes where they dwell are considered to be imbued with their divine essence, making them places of pilgrimage and reverence. Legends abound of their interactions with humans, tales that range from acts of kindness to stories of vengeance. These interactions often serve as moral lessons, teaching the values of respect, humility, and the consequences of hubris, sometimes offering aid, sometimes exacting retribution. The Nagas are known to reward those who show them respect and reverence, but they are equally quick to punish those who wrong them or desecrate their sacred spaces. One famous tale speaks of a Naga king who gifted a powerful mantra to a devoted sage. This mantra was said to have the power to heal and protect, a testament to the benevolent side of the Nagas. Another tells of a vengeful Naga princess who cursed an entire kingdom for the transgressions of its ruler. This story serves as a cautionary tale, warning of the dire consequences that can result from disrespecting these powerful beings. But the Nagas are more than just characters in ancient stories. They are symbols of deeper truths, representing the primal forces that shape our world. Their stories are not just tales of the past, but are reflections of the eternal struggles and triumphs that define the human experience. They represent a powerful archetype, a symbol of the primal forces that govern the universe. The Nagas embody the duality of existence, the constant interplay between creation and destruction, order and chaos. The serpent, in many cultures, is associated with wisdom, transformation, and the cycle of life and death. This symbolism is not unique to India, but is found in various cultures around the world, highlighting the universal nature of these archetypes. The Nagas embody these qualities, reminding us of the hidden depths that lie within us all. They are a symbol of the mysteries that lie beneath the surface, the unseen forces that shape our lives and our world. Their existence, shrouded in mystery, continues to fascinate and intrigue. The allure of the unknown, the promise of hidden treasures and ancient wisdom draws us into their world, inviting us to explore the depths of our own souls. Are they merely figments of our imagination, or do they represent a deeper truth about the nature of reality? This question has puzzled scholars and mystics alike, prompting endless debates and discussions. The answer, my friends, lies hidden within the ancient texts, waiting to be uncovered. These texts, filled with cryptic symbols and esoteric knowledge, hold the key to understanding the true nature of the Nagas and the mysteries they guard. As we delve deeper into these ancient writings, we may find that the Nagas are not just mythical beings, but are reflections of the profound truths that lie at the heart of our existence. The Nagas, also referred to as the reptoids, reptiloids, reptans, homosaurus, lizard men, or the large-nosed reptilians. They play a significant role in the legends of ancient Africa, India, and Tibet, where they are considered by some to be demoniacal residents of a subterranean realm. They are described as being around 7 to 8 feet, tall and of various colours, grotesque, but most often mouldy greenish with scaled crocodilian skin. They descended from a branch of bipedal sauroids which existed billions of years ago on Earth, and via mutation and natural selection developed the brain-body coordination necessary to develop a technology. Some abductees claim that the lizard people resemble a humanoid version of a reptilian. A group of these beings left and went to Sirius B about 70 billion years ago. They became known as the Nomos, those who claim to know the most. There are 42 planets with fresh water in their star system which they lived on. We will talk about them next. They are reptilians, but different. The original Naga left Sirius B and went to a nearby binary star system called Procyon. They lived there billions of years before returning to Earth because of the disagreeable Hindus. The Meldekians were mixed back in with the bird beings by Mother Hubur, so she would have ground and air troops. Some of the army has tails with spikes. They are the commanders and leaders in the military. The reptilians can use 48% of their brain. Their higher senses work good, so they are hard to kill. You can stab them right above the groin where their second heart is. Yes, they have two hearts. When Mother Hubur mixed them back with birds, now you have reptilians with wings. Some had 2 wings, some with 4, and some with 6 wings. Keep in mind there is many different species of draconians. The draconians is the largest of the reptoids. They are anywhere from 14 to 25 feet tall, which is really large compared to normal reptoids who only range from 6 to 8 feet tall and can weigh in between 180 to 1,800 pounds. Some have horns, the ruling class have the horns, some just have 2, and some have them wrapped around their head like a crown. They are what the Christians call the devils or demons in the Bible. The Draconians are an extraterrestrial race who live on many planets in the Draco star system, which is 148 light-years from Earth. Some sources claim that the Draconians, aka Dracos, represent the Saurians that left the Earth to colonize the Draco constellation, eventually giving rise to the hostile Draconian Empire. They have also been known as the Sikar, also spelled Chiaka. They are a part of the dragons that the Bible speak about in Revelation chapter 12. When it talks about a war in heaven, 5th dimension with dragons, it's these beings who we fought and kicked out the 5th dimension. They were led by humanoid reptilian greys called the Valkun/Vulcans or Meldekians. This species was called Jinn. The cone-head Gemonians mixed with the Draconians and created a cone-head. Draconians who are disagreeable. They drink blood and eat flesh. These beings are one of the highest-ranked Draconian type. They can get as tall as 7 feet tall. They are very cocky and see human as just slaves and food. The only answer to the Vulcans' grey reptilians, who are the head of the Draconian race. The military is trapped on the 4th, and the leaders are trapped on the 6th. They all want out. These reptilians later mixed with the Hindus from Nirvana. The mixing took place on Pluto and Titan about 66 billion years ago. They are the Vulcan Greys. This created a humanoid-looking reptilian that could fit in among us. This is how they were able to get in with the human. They look like humans, but they aren't human. This is why they can do the things they do with our children. We are fighting these beings right now as we speak. These sinister creatures are literally sustained by the fear of the races they have subjugated and that they particularly enjoy feeding on children. Additionally, they have been described as a hive-based society, with the warriors being ruled over by a seldom-seen elite caste which never leaves their capital world. This elite is sometimes depicted with wings, similar to the aforementioned elders. Like their ancestors, the Draconians typically operate from subterranean outposts and are masters of conquering worlds by secret manipulation of figureheads. Draconian is an adjective meaning of great severity that derives from Draco, an Athenian law scribe under whom small offences had heavy punishments. Draconian was strictly a race as they were evil servants from Tiamat. The Draconians were a very formal race, known for their adherence to rules and traditions. They believed that their clan rules were made to be followed. Draconians also believed that males should not show sadness or cry. They had a strong sense of honor, symbolized by their weapons. Like a million other worlds right across the universe, Draconia had the representation of the horned beast in its legends. The beast claimed to be this devil, along with all of the others in every religion which had such a figure. Draconia was one of many worlds in the universe which had developed a form of astrology. Draconians also played a chess-like game with Sazu. Sazu were game pieces in a game similar to chess. They might be pocket-sized or life-sized for an emperor's set. In Draconian heaven, giant paper Sazu were folded to keep the deathless emperors amused during the afterlife. They lived in houses that have curved walls and no straight lines and were coloured green. A typical Draconian clothing style was black robes with high, pointed shoulders. Nobles like the prince and ambassadors wore a large green crystal hanging around their necks. Their emperor, whose shoulder plates rose to the highest peaks, wore a blue crystal. Former emperors, known as the Deathless Emperors, were kept in orbit of Draconia. There could be several queen and princes at the same time. Respect was expected towards superiors. Before speaking to the emperor, nobles asked to speak, bowed and kissed the emperor's claws, then said, "My life at your command." The albino or white dragon is rare and treated different from the rest of the Draconians. Lower classes and women are not allowed to speak to the emperor at all, though by the time of the New Galactic Republic, women had more rights. Draconians had no freedom of speech. Only nobles were allowed to express opinions publicly. In general, nodding was expected when talking to a superior. Strands of their DNA were found in the DNA of the chicken-like animals encountered. The Draconians' interstellar empire was a monarchy, led by the queen or king and their court of nobles. They built an empire so large it rivaled even Earth's own empire. Despite this, the two largely coexisted, with both races believing strongly in high morals and honor. The Draconians were a tall reptilian species. They had pointed ears and bulging foreheads. They also had scaly skin on their necks and bodies. They're a race of dragons, some humanoid dragons, also called dragon men because they walk upright and are human-sized. Draconians have scaly bodies like a dragon's, a snout and short, stubby tail.